Back to my channel, or welcome to Peace of Mind Paydays. My name is Stephanie. I am really excited to do this video because I've redone some of my YNAB categories. I've been watching a lot of other content creators on YouTube who do budgeting videos through YNAB, and I've been inspired by how they've been tracking, so I wanted to do a refresh to better reflect my spending patterns and habits. So yeah, I thought I would take you through my new YNAB categories and how I set things up. So I have pretty much a similar, okay, I'll start with my category groups first. So you have the ability in YNAB to make kind of a bucket of, kind of like a folder, I'll say, of categories. And I have added a few and like split up some of my discretionary spending category from my previous videos because I realized when I was doing some reporting that it's because that bucket was so large, I wasn't really able to get specific with how much I was spending in each category. So I added some categories and I wanted to talk about that. So okay, so first, the ones that have stayed the same are home. I pretty much kept that all the same. I wanted to get like a snapshot of what I'm paying just for rent and utilities. And food has also stayed the same. I want to know how much I'm spending on dining out and how much I'm spending on groceries. Savings goals is also similar. I just renamed it from high yield savings goals to just savings goals, just to make that more clear. And then I moved my retirement into its own category because I realized it was getting lumped in with this one when I was reporting. And yeah, one of them is for investing and the other one is just basically for money I'd like to spend in the next 5-ish years besides my emergency fund. So I wanted to make that distinction clear, even though I am saving money through retirement, obviously. So then I also, so this is a big one. So I previously just had cat expenses, a category, and everything that was related to my cats went into one line item, and that was under my discretionary spending category. And I realized that it was allowing me, because it wasn't very granular, it was allowing me to basically overspend on my cats because I was just like really not looking at it. I wasn't really tracking the target that well. And then I also have several different like avenues that I'm spending on my cats besides just their food and their litter, which is how I like originally thought of that category when I first made it. Now, they have vet costs, and I moved to an apartment that requires me to pay pet rent, and they also have recurring pet insurance. And it took me a long time, but I like went back and reorganized all of this. So now we have separate categories, which is a little crazy, but I imagine if you have kids, you would do the same thing. You're not going to just have a kid lump category. You're going to have one for like daycare, one for diapers, like, I don't know, something like that. So my cats are my children at this stage in life. So I wanted to get a little bit more granular, so I can track things easier. So, oh, and then by doing this, I realized that I had bought a cat tree for like almost $160. Not recently, not within the past year, but I didn't realize I spent that much money on the cat tree at the time. Like if you asked me, I don't think I would have been able to tell you that, but because I went back and like separated it out, I was able to see, what I was spending money on. So I'm always talking about my cats, but that's my life. So, okay, I have one for food and for litter, and I have one for going to the vet, their annual costs, their teeth cleanings, etc., and any like meds that they may have. None of them, like as of right now, they're not on any meds, but in case they do need to be on it, I need to buy them. Pet rent, I've talked about this already, but I have to pay $50 a month just to have my cats in my apartment. And then pet insurance, I pay $58.65 a month. 21 is for my one cat, and then the rest is for my cat who's a little bit older. So that's a lot of money. Yeah, but that's how much I pay. And this insurance plan, I should say, covers I think my deductible is quite low. I think it's only $200. So if they were to have some sort of emergency health situation, whether that's through like illness or through accident, like they eat something, I only have a $200 deductible. And I think oh gosh, what's the word? My copay, is that the word? After that, is, I don't know, they pay 80%. I think I pay 20%, something along those lines. So I've had, like I grew up with pets. I know that towards especially the end of a pet's life, things can get very expensive very fast. And I like having peace of mind because I do have some curious kitties who like to get into things that if there were to be an emergency, I am covered in some way, and it's not going to be like thousands and thousands of dollars that just suddenly comes out of nowhere. If you have pets, dogs, cats, etc., you know that just a quick trip to the vet can really add up. So I want to cover my bases, and this is basically my peace of mind category. Okay, so other category, my cat for other. This includes things like treats. They have like a hairball treat thing that they eat. Any cat furniture I buy. So part of my low buy year in 2025 is that I'm only allowed to buy one cat furniture if I buy any, and it would go into this category. So that is really exciting cat expenses. My next category is home variable. So these are things that aren't fixed costs that would be in like my home. I guess I can call this like home fixed. But gas and electric aren't fixed. So it's okay. I'll just leave that here. I still want to have this separate. But household goods are like trash bags, soap, dishwasher pods, like that kind of stuff. And then home decor, I have been spending a little bit more these past few months on home decor because our apartment is like the biggest apartment I've ever lived in, and I bought an expensive rug and trying to make it feel more homey, so I want to have a separate category just for that type of stuff. Okay, and health and wellness, none of this is groundbreaking, but if I go to the doctor and I need to pay any of the bills, I live in the US, so that has its own separate category. Self-care includes toiletries, shampoo, skincare, makeup, etc. And then workout classes. So that's for my unlimited subscription to my bar and yoga studio. And then car expenses, I don't think this has changed. So this is if I get gas for my car, if I take a Lyft or the bus or a train, etc. Auto maintenance is like a little bit of a sinking fund, so I have money to get oil changes or any other things that come up with cars. Cars are also kind of unexpected thing. Yeah, cars go. I can't talk right now. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you know what I mean. Things go wrong with cars unexpectedly. Auto insurance, this is the same, and then I have one for license and registration. So that is due in February, so I added a target for that. Monthly subscriptions. So I cleaned this up. This was like a hot mess before. I just didn't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole, and then I finally went back and organized it. So I don't have a lot of these subscriptions anymore. The only active ones I have are iCloud and Apple TV that are actually taking out monthly. And then for Spotify, I bought myself a gift card for the full calendar year for $100, so I wouldn't have like a recurring charge, and then end up saving me I think like, I don't know, less than $10, but something like that. So I don't have a recurring charge, but I used to. And then any other catch-all, I have just a category for software subscriptions. Sometimes I'll do like 1 month of something. I haven't done this in a long time, but I think one time I did like Grubhub Plus or we tried like Peacock for a few months, and then I didn't want to make a whole separate category because we just tried it out. So that's for anything that's not these three. And then I used to have HBO Max, Amazon, and Netflix. And I went back and I recategorized old transactions to these to see like how much money I had spent. I had spent like hundreds of dollars like total for these, and it's just crazy to me. Yeah, I share these now with other people. I'm a little bit smarter about it. And if we really do need to get our own, like we will, but I think it's easier to kind of rotate through the subscriptions rather than have them all the time. So I might actually hide these because I don't have them anymore. So I'm gonna do that. But I have that data now if I need it. Some annual stuff. So this is actually a subscription, but it just comes out annually. It's $20 for my Google, I think it's called Google One or something, and that's to have a backup for my photos because I have a lot of pictures for years and years and years. And then if I need to pay any taxes, I don't think I will have to this year. That's that. And then credit card annual fees. And then I tend to give, what's it called? Like yearly instead of monthly. So that's all in my annual category. Okay, and then this was kind of my big like catch-all fun. Yeah, I think it used to be called Fun Money, or Just for Fun or something like that, and I changed it to Quality of Life. And this is where I put the things that I don't necessarily need but make my life better. So this is like clothing, accessories, gifts, any tech upgrades like a new phone, new computer, etc. My yoga teacher training, any entertainment costs, which I call fun money, and then any stuff any money that I send to family is categorized as family stuff. So that is under my quality of life category. And then I have a reimbursement category because sometimes, I'll pay for something and someone needs to pay me back and I need somewhere to put that, or I go on a work trip and I pay for something that work is going to pay me back for. So that's that. But yeah, those are my categories. I know everybody does this a little bit differently. But this has been what's working for me, and I know I'm like interested in trying some other methods in the future, but I think I'm gonna stick with this for now and then see how it goes and adjust as needed. I know some people have like a category just for holding, but I like going to the future and budgeting. So yeah, I hope this was helpful in some way, and I'm excited to see how my budgeting improves now that I am more granular and I can make specific targets so I don't overspend because I know exactly how much things should be costing. But yeah, I'm really excited about this, and I hope everyone has a great new year. Please let me know what categories, or actually I can like see. So I have 51 categories. Let me know how many you have and how you do things differently. I'd love to hear that in the comments. Okay, thanks everyone. Have a good one.